Look at that beautiful consolidation. That is nice. Yeah, the range is pretty low on this. Hey, good morning. Those of you that are on already, I've been working on a scanner to get us more into the mid-cap area here where we have something moving, but I made the ATR a little higher. But what I'm working on right now is a way that it's going to scan for stocks that move at least 20 cents, not just 100,000 in volume. But in this case, for the level 2 to be traded, the way I like to scalp, so you get enough action quickly, 20 cents per 1 minute candle as a minimum, because these 2 and 3 and 4 cents, I mean, you just can't. It's just grinding along with no money to be made. So even the most patient trader can get on a 1 minute chart can get really unpatient, no longer patient. So I do have some, based on the higher ATR that are coming up here. I just don't know yet, without that scanner completed, until we go over and look like what we were doing yesterday, if they're really going to have much action to scalp. You look at this range. I look at the range over. It's right up here when I go over the candle. It's like that's 30 cents. That's 21. That's 16. So these are doable. 11, 12. I mean, they're right on the edge. That the 11 and 12 isn't too good, but these ones that are over 20. So this stock here, BDX, is a potential stock, which is a healthcare stock. I'm just reading the industry right here now up on the scanner. So that has a catalyst, I guess, and you can go short on it. So that might be one we want to look at. I don't know. It's up high on the scanner right now, so it's getting a lot of... Oh, it won't let me put that over that for some reason, over my screen there. Interesting. You guys can't see it unless I open it up. But yeah, it's a third one down in volume. But NVIDIA's at the top again, like it always is. And it's going to be good news. It's good news today. I mean, the market's got good news today. So I'm trying to get us a bigger diversification of stocks, obviously. But it's going to, because of that lawsuit being settled with Google, it's like a huge banner moment for a big tech here that can mergers and acquisitions, and they can all start buying stuff up, and they've got the money to do it. So that's spurring some interest. Some people are afraid, obviously, about little smaller businesses just being gobbled up, which could affect innovation and things. But for today, as a scalper, I think most stocks are going to be biased. I'm reading the news here. Well, it says NVIDIA is neutral, which is interesting, AMD, but it's slightly bearish on AMD, which is interesting. It's got a supply chain overhang. Yeah, so that's going to go long, it's saying sometime soon. Tesla is bullish. Amazon is neutral. Meta is bullish. Baba bullish. CoreWeave bearish. Hood neutral. Palantir neutral. Cordova, what is that company? CRDO is neutral. Hims and Hers, Hims is neutral. Dollar Tree earnings today, you've got Dollar Tree, I guess. Macy's bullish. ZS bullish. TMS neutral. CBP neutral. These are some of the ones we might want to watch today. That's a lot of flipping around, which is I don't normally do, but trying to just kind of get us a different way maybe this month to try different stocks, just experimenting a little bit. But we don't want to go too far off the reservation here, the range, whatever you want to call it. We want to stay what we know works. Yeah, that's generally the big news. I'm just kind of looking over at the news about what I might want to be concerned about. Not as in much of a rush this morning because I'm not going to probably trade anything right at the open, but we'll look. But yeah, I know this shot straight down, so it's probably not. You can go short on it though, so it's interesting. Next one here. Well, they have Palantir up here again, which falls under these guidelines. I think we traded this some yesterday, right? Ended up being 150 yesterday after I deducted that one loss. If you guys watched the recap, so we did make a, that makes it a $3,000+ month if you just kept doing that. It's interesting how it's right there at that spike right there, right at that level. I don't know. I mean, I would tend to mark this as I traded it. And then we go over here to Marvel and Tony Stark. So, what is Jarvis doing for us today? Let me get rid of this. Sorry, I was starting to mark this, then I looked off to the other screen. Let me get that finished marking. That dropped, huh? Went down $14. Not necessarily wanting to trade something that's short bias, but CoreWeave. So this came up on the news. Is that how you pronounce that? CoreWeave. Sounds like it. Let me see what these levels from yesterday, if they're still viable. No, they are not. At least not that fib. Two-day. Let me just look at the two-day fib here. So I moved my picture yet again based on more than one email asking me to. Not sure why the left corner is better than the right corner, because you're really not, the only thing you were missing over there were minimized charts. But I don't really care. As far as moving it, it's okay. Yeah, I don't see what you guys see. Like, I don't see the clock unless I look up at the OBS camera. I don't see the date. I don't see the scroll. And I don't see my picture. I just see the screen I'm trading on. So none of that stuff really matters to me. It's all about what you guys want to see. The recap yesterday, I realized that I had the scroll and the clock and everything on over the recap, so you saw it twice, and it was a big mess. So I'll make sure I don't make that mistake ever again. That was annoying. I particularly think about it when people come in and that's the only video they see, and they go, "What is this guy doing? God, who wants to watch his stuff?" When you do it like that. But I was listening to an analogy. It was a podcast, a football podcast, and it was an analogy about how a quarterback has to make quick decisions, and the good quarterback, they'll like clock their go-to receiver that for the most part looks open in a split second, but then they're looking for a better choice. So they keep looking, but always keeping in mind they've got their fail-safe in case they're about to get sacked. And this is all happening in a split second, like 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds. And then they make that split decision to either go for a potential open or they go back to their fail-safe. And they've got it all clocked in all the time, right? And they were comparing it to Formula One racing compared to the other kind of racing where the quick decisions. And then the argument was, well, once you get in the lead, you're always in the lead on Formula One. I'm not a big race guy. I'm just parroting what they were talking about. And he goes, no. Every little nuance, you have to make every little decision, every little turn, And it immediately made me think of, I'm getting to the point, it immediately made me think of scalping on a 1-minute chart. Like this, it's an adrenaline rush, not if you do it for a while, it's pretty slow, and you need to make quick decisions based on what you're seeing, I just found that kind of interesting. It just depends on what you're into, right? What you're going to compare stuff to. I just found that kind of interesting. We're Formula One racers, guys. We're like high tech here,
Seeing a market update.
Yeah.
Over 5 minutes to market open. S&P futures up 0.4%.
Wow, are you a lackluster ticker reader?
0.8%.
And if you would like to trade today, get on the back of this slow-moving cow, and we will trade today. Let's take a look at NVIDIA at the open, since we're about to open, because I'm very long biased on it today, even though it's saying it's neutral. You know what we should do? No, we should go to Apple. I don't even have that up here. We should go to Apple. I don't want to do Google, but Apple should be going up today. So let's take a look at that. I mean, unless it's already all been worked in, It went up to 239. There's your ATRs way down here. So we really got nothing to go by, and I'm not going to mark it out. But I'll look at it for a potential dip and rip here to go back up. I mean, people are going to take profit here, all these people. So what can we get here? We can get in debt on the first 1-minute candle that you should never trade in. So if you just got here, guys, I am the professor with Day Trading for Success. I'm trading somewhere or another live every day that hopefully you will catch. I do have lots of other videos that talk about different strategies and how I trade. Right now, we're basically doing scalping. Remember, I'm not a licensed financial advisor. You should really seek the advice of someone licensed. Hey, my disclaimer won't come up. So anyway, yeah, it's down here. Won't come up. That's annoying. Is it blocking you guys? It is. So let me... Yeah, I'm not a licensed financial advisor, so read that. And then... I do this.
It says there's always a risk of persistence.
There we go. Take that over there. All right, everything should be clear now for you guys. Apple. Don't have any fibs set up, but I'm not sure they would do much for us on this opening thing here. And I'm not sure I want to set a level. I mean, I could set it on $1.50. So down here before the news from Google, you're at the 230 range. So you might see it, head back down before it goes up. I want to jump on a move as it goes up, and that could be the second or third candle even. So I'll just keep an eye on this, and then we'll get back to looking for some consolidating stocks to scalp. Again, if you just came in, I'm working on a new scanner that's going to help us get the action that I need on this level 2 that's moving at least 20 cents one direction or another on a 1-minute candle, so that we can scan for those correct stocks first thing. Hopefully you guys are seeing everything here. That's a new scroll for the last 2 days with new facts. Try to put in market facts in there. I know Charlie put some history about the professor in there. We have 1.5 minutes roughly, a little bit less before we go. See, we got a pretty decent crowd. Yesterday we did end up with 150. I think we traded like 6 stocks. I mean, I was jumping around a lot trying to formulate what we might do this month, so it wasn't really focused on profit. But 150 is 150. That's a 3,000 plus month. Makes a difference. Pays your mortgage, hopefully, a car payment. And they seemed like pretty easy. I lost 1 trade on a momentum, which I never should have taken. And I said that when I took it. It's almost like it wakes me up in the morning, like good cup of coffee. Go out and get a loss. All right, so I'm looking for a dip. Try to pick it up. I'm actually going to go down to 50 shares, just in case it goes against me here. So I don't have too big a hole to dig out of, but at the same time, I'll get a little adrenaline rush. Now, if it just takes off, then that's that. I probably won't jump in. But if it dips, I might try it down there. It went all the way to 230, guys. So we're way above the ATR. Here we go.
Markets are open now. Muslim said agriculture is very, very challenged now. BA Boeing and WestJet announced airline's largest order for 67 airplanes.
Yeah, I just saw the news come up on Boeing.
BA, Boeing.
Yeah. So people are taking profit. There was a little excitement, like, hey, good news. And those people got shaken out. MACD says up. Yeah, this is just nothing. It's giving us nothing here, which is too bad. There's no choices. I'd love to have seen a huge drop here, but it's being very thickly traded. You see down here at 36, there's 2,000. There's a bunch of 2,000 shares here. Going short was probably the way to go here. So no big, just I guess people think steady as she goes at this price. So it could just work right into a long biased consolidation trading strategy on this as the day goes on. I was going to try to look for different types of stocks and mid caps to trade here.
Slim says the housing sector seeing numerous challenges. That's the St. Louis Fed president.
But like I was saying yesterday, we might want to get into this a little later in the day, so we'll maybe do some analysis in a minute here just to see which way to go. Yeah, all that. It's on not even $1 down from when it opened. 37.21. Just now getting to be about $1 down almost on the bid. Now it's coming back up. Seems like going short might be the way to go. I think I said that already. These are $1.50. If you don't have that script, that's a fantastic script because these will be some of the ones that you mainly use. Here's our target. We really need it to be in the 20 cents plus on either side to do, what I feel is successful scalping where you're not just waiting forever. It didn't even hit 236 and it's turning around. Okay, so I think the profit people were taken out there. Everybody got their money. It might be starting to go up now based on the news because the news is pretty good and they're tied in sort of with Google. So let's see if we can get some early trades on consolidation long biased. Well, then it did that. I'll go long at 236. Didn't do it. I could have already made a trade there. I'm looking for Apple to go long on a dip here and trade it long bias for a few minutes. Just a low share size here. See if we can start the day with something nice and pretty and green on a very, very conservative, safe stock to trade. You see the 5-minute shows it fading. There's your high up here, 39.50. Which is way up there. Yeah, the market magnet's figuring the high too. Oh yeah, let me get in here and straighten this out. This is wrong. This should be on today. That was like that all day yesterday, I realized. Now that we got the market magnet back, so. Right with us. Look at that. Okay, so I went away. It got to where I wanted to go. So I'm going to go ahead and go in that and hope it's not going to keep fading.
Muslim said tariff revenue is helping government financial position. U.S. has been on unsustainable fiscal path could bring trouble.
Needs to recover now or I'm just going to get out. I don't want to add to it and keep writing it down. So I want to see it recover here real quick off that level. There it goes. Keep going. I got it at 90, huh? Jeez. Seems so... Oh, wow. I'm out of that. I lost that. That was a bad trade. That's gone. Yeah, it didn't recover, so it looks like it might just keep fading, so I want to get out. Now, of course, it's going to recover, right? No, it's still going down. So I don't really see a long bias here, so we're going to get away from this for now. NVIDIA is basically just fading off. Palantir is fading down. Dollar Tree is, wow, did it ever drop? Oh my God, can we, yeah, that's easy to borrow. Let's take a look at that just for an opportunity to ride it short. Wow, look at that, huh? I guess it didn't get good news, or they think it's not going to be. I don't know when the earnings actually come out for that exactly, but did it say something already?
Muslim said economy is at full employment, but will cool in an orderly way.
Coming back up now. That's moving big distances here on a pretty big spread. So be careful with this one. If you can catch it right, that could be big money. Is this going to be its retracement? It opened right in this area here.
Muslim said there's a risk that the labor market will slow more than expected.
going back to its open.
Inflation is due to above target inflation is due to tariffs.
Oh, that's not really, no, that's the candle before it opened. What am I doing? That's not right at all. Here's where it opened, so it's already past its open. Wow, that fib, huh? That's the fib I marked the first thing this morning. It turned it dead around, right at the market magnet did as well. Wow. That's why you want to mark those things, guys. It's just like amazing how they're, is that really, did I mark that fib or is that the, oh no, that's the 100 moving average, day moving average there. That's what that is. I didn't mark a fib. Yeah, I don't have a fib marked, right? No. There's the 100, the 200 SMAs. So boom, that turned it right around.
IBD swing trader buys Reddit, RDDT, Romeo Delta Delta Tango. Shares of Reddit popping here now.
I was just going to say, they just announced that they bought them, so let's take a look at that. That could be insane. Phew. That just happened. Let's get dialed into this quick just to see if there's any opportunity for us here. Now, granted, this is a catalyst thing. It's not a conservative thing, but I mean, a consolidation thing. But that doesn't mean that, wow. So let me be careful again. Splits are huge here. So if you're going to trade this, be careful. I gave it a shot. Trying to get on the ride. Yep, it looks like it's a... Can't even keep up with it here, so let's see, 32.49. So I'm way beyond what it's showing here. Oh, one share? That's why. Oh my God. Just get out of that. It only picked up one share. I'm like, what's going on here? Oh man, it could have been so much money there. That was so dumb. Try it again. See, you have to, I think, but if I get market, I'll get a terrible. Oh, I've got two sitting in here. Hang on, let's get out. We're going a debacle here. Oh my God, I think we might have to buy market to get in. So I see any tightening on this. There was a little bit of a tightening on the spread, so I went for it. Definitely chasing it, but the news is really new here, so we might get a decent trade here. That's only 50 shares. So I just did a quick $35 trade. This could just go crazy, so for those of you who want to take a chance, we would go a little bit higher here. What's the market doing now? Is it going to stop at the... I'm going to get in it again. Big chance there. Got it again, so we broke $100. Be careful, guys. It could do a reverse real quick, so. I'm looking for a tightening of the spread. Just so I can get in the trade. Still 40-cent spread. 60-cent spread. Not feeling good about it, honestly, because it's slowing down, so. Yeah, so that might be the first beginning of a retracement here, so, which means you could probably get in a bid here. Try it. I'm way down there at 01, so I'm in the bid now. I lowered my share size because of fear of what's happening right here, so hoping it's just a little dip, getting ready to get out if it keeps swailing lower like that, like it just did a second ago. There it goes. Tried to get out for a small profit up there, so now we're up to 133. Again, guys, this isn't normally what I show to trade, so be careful. You get a rickshaw man there. Some people might call that a dragonfly. pattern, which is definitely a reversal pattern right now. So if you're going to do the dip, you would probably want to buy the bid and be careful, trying to get your best possible entry down there. Oh, missed it, huh? Oh, it's 70 cents plus right there. Boom. In a split second. See if it can retrace back down again.
OTSA, that is pre-IPO, not trading.
This is based off news ticker that I got this. Not just me, but tons of people. So that's a price everybody's trading. Let's see. You can almost, if you get in the bid, you can almost immediately get in off the ask. It's slowing down, so be careful here. Oh, it's just got different action than we're used to. Yeah, so that's gone. That opportunity left real quick there. So the second I stopped doing market, I stopped losing the quick trades because it just isn't picking me up. I don't think this would be a buy it and forget it kind of trade for sure. 40-cent spread, so man, you got to really watch out. Tried it on the 85 there. Okay, so let's see if it's going to.
Reddit shares continue to pop here, 237.35.
This might just go so high today, you just don't know. I'm just going to try to stair step up and be trade it a bit safer than other people might be doing it right now. As you can see, I tried to just get another 20 bucks and it never picked me up. So I'm way down here at the 40 cent. Looks like it's gonna though. I just saw it coming up from the bottom. It's like, that's gonna pick me up. Well, that's 160, so we're getting a good start on this. Not even where I thought I'd be trading yet, but again, don't get over cocky. I'll do 500 shares. I mean, maybe it'll work for you. It would have worked great. You just don't know, right? You just don't know. So keep your trading plan. Keep it cool. Go for the long play, not a quick deal. That's how people blow their accounts, so be careful. Some people would say I'm too conservative. Other people would say, this guy's totally crazy. It's all your perspective, right? I'm looking for another dip down by the 237 or below. It may never get there again. So you lose a lot of trades this way, or you just don't hang on to it, and you could have just made the trade all the way up here like this, dollar after dollar. So it's not going to come back down. It's a 49-cent spread. All right, I'm going to try to get in on the bid. We're so far beyond it now that, yeah, that tightened for a second. It might have been a good place to go market there. It's insanely ridiculous. Here we go. Here's a little dip. It might get me. I have my still open on the 44. Nope, came close. It's $1 off on the spread from where my position is that I'm trying to get in. Here comes a pullback. Let's see if it can get me. There, it got me. Now stop pulling back. Go through the roof. Don't do that. Don't do that. I don't want to see that. Oh, man. Getting ready to get out here, guys. This is when if you lose $100, you go like, what was I thinking? Yeah, I'm going to get out. I don't like the action, so unfortunately that was a bad trade there, and I didn't want to hold it in case like that happened, and that happened. So hopefully you guys didn't get caught up in that, because now you're in a negative position if you did. That's what can happen, right? So we'll watch in a minute and see if it's just going to recover here. You can hang through it if you didn't hit your max loss. But that could be the end, or you lower your share size way down and try to ride it up. It's still, MACD's heading it down there. People are taking profit. Oh, there it goes. Interesting. Okay, I'll try again. Foolish move.
Russia's Putin said ready to meet Zelensky. Says we have not
I went market just because I wanted to get in this as it was shooting up, hoping it would break this level here. So I'm back to where I was if I got out right there, but I'm looking for a bigger move up. And it's slowing down. Wow. It's too bad, huh? It's catching me up in its nonsense here. Really wanted to wait it out for a bigger play, but I'm thinking I want to go back to what I was doing, which is...
10 Jones job openings.
Come on.
7.3
You're going up.
expected. Factory orders
So put on your prayer indicator.
durables ex defense minus 2.5%.
I'm just going to keep... I'm going to keep what I... I'm going to keep what I have. Okay, I'm going to get away from this now because it's no longer predictably long. So we're just back into, hey, maybe this will work. So let's. Too bad. So I ate away like $90 there of that $160 high. And who knows? It might recover, but we're getting into now a consolidation with such a wide spread, and you can't get in. It's not an ideal thing to trade for that kind of trading. So let me look at some of these others that have popped up here. Baba's down. I was originally going to go to Marvel. They're down. Dollar Tree is still way down. Take a look at that for a minute just to see if there's something to do here. This might be consolidating at this level, like it hit its bottom. Oh, was there a reason why this wasn't? Let me just see. Was there a reason why I didn't want to move on this action? Oh, so it came back up over its open, but it's still way down for the since pre-market. Found a resistance at 103. We do have some really good consolidation here. Oh, again, a really big spread. Not our ideal for consolidating trading. You have to get the bid and the ask, or there's just for this slow of a move. Wow, look at that. So maybe go short off that level up there. Feel like I want to do some long-term fibs on this thing. Let me see if there's any chance on a 10-day. No. There'll be, I mean, maybe. Let's run them and see. 75.50, 17.50. I mean, I'll take it to the low of today now that we have it. Just see if that gives us anything. Yeah, we're right at one of those levels, 23.6. So it did drop off that. I was thinking about going short just a second ago, and it did seems to be dropping off to 103. So we found sort of a high resistance for now. Question is, where's the low? 102 is a little below it. Yeah, really that trade where I got back in and it got me back up to my 160. I thought it was just going to, I was thinking like, you should have held it longer. You should have held it longer in the first place, because it kept doing those kind of moves. So I held it and I was like, boy, you could hold that now right into the being negative 100 before you know what happens. That's the danger. So just take your money and run at that point. It's just like, don't overstay your welcome. As it was, I should have just walked with the 160. You never know, obviously, So it's kind of using this fib as a resistance here. $0.25 on the 102. I don't give that much validity. I put it there just for the heck of it. Again, remember, we've got a terrible spread here, so this may not be viable, but let's see. It is easy to borrow. Oh, there's why. I didn't even look at that. Oh, man. That volume's terrible. That is a terrible volume to trade here. It's only up on news, really. Yeah, you might not get picked up here. So it went up in volume as it went down. Boom. Don't think I'd want to go long on this stock right now. Oh, they're saying upbeat earnings. Upbeat earnings. That just came out, 948. I didn't even see that. So why is it fading on upbeat earnings? Let's give it a shot off that level. See if we can pick it up down there on the even dollar down there. A half dollar, I mean. Didn't pick me up. Might now, though. There we go, 160. Kind of going off that news, thinking it is going to turn around at this level, but very low share size, so let's see if this would be where I would, yeah, that's the risk oscillator saying turning it around. You've got even dollar right there turning it around, 101. I want to see it hold that. I want to see it hold that. That's not good that it's not holding it. It's right now holding it. Needs to turn around. There it goes. You can see the spread is ridiculous. So this could be, that could be where it decided to make it stand.
FDA orphan drug granted.
Here we go.
Status granted for
There's the VWAP.
nitro-1H-indazole treatment.
So it's a little stronger short than long. We've been enough in the market now. We can start to trust these. Selling dropped a little, but not much right there. So not looking real good to hold this level. It looks like it's fading off this level. Come on, give us some guide. Give us some good guidance here. It's chopping away at my $70 or whatever it was. So. Okay, that's a reversal sign. So let's keep going. Let's reverse. See how the sellers dropped way off? So people want to send it up here. Let's get back up into the 102 area. Oh man, it dropped off the level I didn't want it to drop off of. It's back again. Getting ready to get out. Calling it another bad trade. My accuracies for shit today. Makes me want to go back to my mega caps and make some money. Wow, I was going to say I watched the spread just tighten to nothing there. See, the magnet's going to pull down too. Everything's saying go down here, so let's... But the sellers aren't. They're losing their strength as they go down. So I'm waiting a little longer just to see if it's not a cut me with 1,000 little cuts here. Getting back up. It's 30 cents off my position on the ask. Right at the magnet now. Buyers are hitting strong here, so this is a good sign. There we go. We're gonna let's make some money.
7.38 million expected. Factory orders.
Oh, investor sell-offs from tariffs 1 minute ago. Oh my God. But was that the news that already happened? You know, I mean, that's the thing. Like, is that why it went down last night, even though the story came out now? You know. Either way, I'm not continuing to trade this. I'm not looking. I'm trying to get a good trade out of this, and then I'm going to back away from this. It's just too back and forth news on this thing. It's just too weird, and the price action's moving really strangely here. It's at my level, but not on market. See how slow it's going? My God. Getting ready to take a loss here. I mean, a smaller loss and not write it back down. I got no news that's really telling me this is going to keep going. It's hitting against a lot of resistance right here. You got the 14, 9, and 20. So if it breaks those, you might see a big move up. So there's some hope here. 17 cents up on my position if it picked me up. Just almost what I want to go for on a 1 minute. Wow. I think this is going to be a small loss if I get out on market. There it goes. Finally. Now make a punch up there. Get up to 102. I'm just going to get out if it'll pick me up. 190. Right there. There I am. This is what I mean about worry about when you get into this stock. Like, will it actually pick you up? It's very thickly traded right there with low volume. So I'm just going to get out. So I got 10. Well, it didn't slip much considering the spread. And then it would have picked me up. And then it goes, of course. He's out. Go up now. Oh, I should have waited a little longer. Really hard to read this stock, you know. You saw the buyers go down with the volume, and it's like it's not telling you it's going to continue. So, all right. Once again, I'm not having real good luck holding these things. Oh, NVIDIA's going back up. Why don't we take a look at that? I know it's like a fail-safe. I want to get that scanner done, guys, so I can see 20 cents per 1 minute candle, find the right stocks without popping around quite so much like we're doing. I don't know, you guys still on dollar there? That dropped off the scanner. It went down. I think it's about the same level we were trading it at, right? 101.
7.181 million on Jones job openings versus 7.38 million expected.
Oh, is it 10? Oh, that's the job.
Durables ex defense minus 2.5% in line with expectations. Again, Jones job openings coming in lower than expected.
Lower.
7.181 million versus the 7.38 million.
Get ready for some sell-off. Just don't know what's going to happen emotionally with this stuff.
The futures ticking a bit lower right now, slightly lower, still up about 18. Now reversing a bit.
I would tend to go short if it got up near this fib just because of that and based on this news. So I'm going to go 100 shares. That's the 50 moving average right there. I was looking to get to the next fib, but it's not going to make it.
PFE, Pfizer responds to success of Operation Warp Speed and reaffirms transparency of COVID vaccine data. That on their website. That's PFE.
Let me hit the scanner again. Selling off to 171.86 to 172 level if it gets up here. Gonna go market to get in. Didn't make it. Didn't make it. Nope. Oh, come on, guys. Give us something. There's always Tesla. It's a little higher share size, but that might have some good action, because right now it's getting boring to make money here. I'm looking at Hood. Hood's gone up. Hood hit the scanner here. So Nvidia's just too slow for me, so didn't make that rejection level I wanted. Let's take a look at Hood. I want to see what we've got for how far off are these levels. Oh, I marked this out earlier, right? Did I do that? No, I did not. So 197.90. No, 97.90. Those are intraday yesterday. These are worthless. That's right at the fib, so we'll leave it. Huh. So it dropped and it's on its way back up. Boy, it loves this $100 level, huh? It's been here for like a couple of months now, right around this level. Right here. This is really all I got that I could mark for historical. That's within the price range. I mean, you've got a little bit right here. If I smoothed it over to there, kind of off of it though, that's better there because it hits this dip. Maybe. Something like that, maybe. Maybe you might be a winner. Yeah. Again, it's not, since it's just the last day, these aren't ideal. But look at it, did respect it there. Somewhat. I mean, not, it made a little flat top, then it broke out. So what do we got for news? Huh. If you want to believe in what Kevin O'Leary says, that's good news. I've always found him to be kind of a joke, but doesn't matter though, right? What you think is, what does the crowd think? What does the crowd think? And that's sending Hood up, maybe, that little story. You know, you look, you want to scalp in between levels, but you definitely want to look for a biased, you know. It's got definitely a bigger spread than Nvidia. I could look for a dip here to get in, especially if it gets down to this low where it was stopping, which was the 101 area. I would definitely get in at the 101. So let's look for that for our first trade for a bit here on Hood. Give me a 101, and you're going to have me in there to torture me. That's a viable level. Should be anyway, to take a run with this 109. Might not get that low. I might jump in a little early right there. It picked me up. I was exactly at 101. It didn't pick me up though. Oh, come on. I think you're going to go back up. Pick me up. No, I already had a 16-cent trade. $16 there if it had picked me up. It's taking too long to get me. It's scaring me. It's okay. I'll hold it for a recovery off that. You can see it went through here on this doji rickshaw, man. So just not going to pick me up. It's going to keep going up. There it went. Missed that move. Stopped on the 20. Oh, it's coming back down. Here we go. Now it got me. Looks a little different now, like it's going to go. Let's see. Yeah. We've got fib down here to protect us at 75. Come on, let's get back up to 29-ish area, back at that other area that we marked. That's based on yesterday, I guess. Rather go short after we get up there, really. But I want to get up a little higher than this.
That's Bostic says not ruling out a September rate cut. Depending on the
$10 is all it was going to give me. 10 cents. There's a little more. I'll try that. There we go. $16 on that trade. Not ideal, but it's green. Remember, this month you're going to get this kind of sort of slow movings here. So if we can get a consolidating pattern that moves fairly quickly, you can, get this up into the hundreds of dollars within a half hour to an hour. We just got to find that sweet stock that's consolidating, and then mind your P's and Q's when you're trying to find it, so you don't get into a negative situation. All right, so it's going back down to the 101, but this time we want to try to, when it does it again, you want to try to go a little bit lower before you jump in. It's 94, maybe into the 80s I would grab it. Then you got that fib down at the 76 with historical data at the 75. But it stopped right there again, so that's giving me confidence to play this channel. Hood's making a nice channel here. You get confidence, then you can up your share size. Just keep your max loss. Be careful with your max loss. Don't go beyond it. You can just come back and trade again. You can get it back. So get out at your... Don't be afraid to take a losing trade. Read Best Loser Wins. The better you are at losing, the better chance you have of becoming a professional trader. Find a muse that tells you how great you are even when you suck. There's wise words from the professor. But nobody else could lose the way you lose. You're an amazing loser. Thank you. I'm so glad I introduced you to my life. Keep stopping at this range, right where the magnet is, right below it. It's kind of making a new area to buy in. But it's just so slow that it's hard to make money here, You wait so long. What I keep thinking, like, what am I missing? You could see seller's volume was way lower than buyer's volume. So, we're really at its bottom here. There's a liquidity pool in here somewhere. Right in this level, like right at the bottom of these, like, probably at the 100. Oh, there we go. All right, let's break up here so we can short it. I'm going to mark this little tweezer move right here. Yeah, 50. It's right above the 50-cent level there. So that's not 101.29 is not an intraday level. That's historical data from yesterday. So that seems to be being respected here. I better take another look at that. How strong is that? So is that this one? 29, right? Yeah, it hit here, and then it hit it in the pre-market too. How's it doing over if I follow it to the left? Not really. It spiked right there, but that's nothing. I mean, that's okay. See how it hit here between the fibs? I mean, so it did this yesterday at this level. So that's not a stupid level. You respect it till you don't. Right now, it's like you respect it. You want to respect it now. I don't know where it is now since I've gone away from the chart, but yeah. It hit it and went right back down. Look at that. So where is it's tightening the channel here. It seems to be below the 100, but not real far below. Whoa, there we go. I'm going to go ahead and get in down there if it picks me up. It's very close to the fib, so I'm looking for it to bounce back up now. Well, let's see if we can get it to come back up here. Is it going to fade now? Oh, come on. So that's the $0.75. You got a fib mark and historical data at that level. Really thought it was going to come right back, but that was a little deeper move for sure on that candle. That was the one I was in though. Yeah. So I lost my little cushion. $100 is its real sweet spot. It hasn't really been below that, so you'd think we're near our low. This would be one I might add to if it turns around with any kind of movement breaking through that fib. You might see me try to get this into a better position here. But it seems to keep fading. Definitely don't want to see it break below 100. $47s. This, if it $100.50 would be a level. If it pounds it high, I might add to get a better position into the 60-cent range as it comes up below that fib. But it's got to show me some reversal here. It's 25 cents versus 10 cents. It's too slow breaking the 50. Yeah, I mean, it broke it, but geez, not exactly a pounding move up there. I'd only gained 15 cents there on that position. That is a reversal, though, right there. So that's a reversal sign. Look at how strong the buyers were. Looks like it's just going to go up, and I lost my opportunity to get out earlier. I'll just ride it up as it goes up. Nope. Of course, had I gone in, I would have been at about 60 cents. And if it drops here, that would have made it much worse for me to add.
U.S. dollar index continuing to fall following.
It's a hard month overall to read the market, guys. I keep trying to mention that. So I could have gotten out of my position had I averaged in. I like to keep track of those things to check myself, you know. But I'd be holding it to make a profit, obviously, which is now I would have been making. So I was stupid. Buyers went down, didn't even make it to the top. You know, it's just not. Our multi-chart alignment still says we should go up here. Remember, we wanted to target up here, right? Up into the 29 a minute ago. And now it's like I'd be happy to get up to my position. It's a nice, good reversal sign here. We really want this volume to pick up. You know, pass here would really give us some reason to hang on to this. There it goes. See, that's at the top. That's a good sign to hold 84% a second ago. Come on. Well, darn. You were there. We were back into our cushion, but not a green trade. Fortunately, it's making a bear flag with a tiny pole right here, but it didn't break the half, so it's more of a bear flag happening if this goes red here. Indicators aren't kicking in worth a damn, so they're not helping us much. Little baby hangman there on an upward trend. Finally, we're getting a green trade. Come on. That took way too long, huh? Like 5 minutes or something. Way too long for me anyway. So 101 could be where it stops, so it might be worthy of just... Oh, I waited so long though. It's like, let's just go a little further. There's 15. We're going to take that. We get it right at 101. A lot of people got out right there, and then it shot up to 15 cents higher. But that's all right. We got 34 bucks on this stock that seems to be moving like a snail. So again, I would look to short right here and hope that it's a very quick move down. But that, I want to get up into here on the 5 minute, up to this. Well, that's got me at 150. Yeah, up here. That's what I was saying. Yeah, we want to short off this level, 101.50. If it gets up there, it's getting closer to it here. Look at the market maker. Yeah, I think I'll sell market when I get up there, just so I get in. That's 46 cents it would give me. I'll take that. That should be 52, 53 even. All right. So I'm counting on it retracing down and not keeping this upward move. Some people would call that counterintuitive, but that's what I'm doing. I'm looking for a flush now, the opposite direction. Kevin O'Leary's a jerk. Sell. You know, I was raised Catholic. I went to catechism and went to church, you know, every Sunday. Not much of that stuck, but the guilt. But I remember one time I had this mole under my armpit. And I went up to my mother, you know, the kind of mole that kind of hangs down a little bit. And I went to my mother and I said, what is this horrible mole? You know, she said, oh, that's nothing. That's going to just fall off. That's where the angel kissed you. Not thinking about what danger that might lead in a young child's mind. So 6 months or so later, I got a mole like between my legs. So you can just think about that. Just think about that for a minute, right? Terrified under the sheets. Terrified. What the hell's the angel doing down there? Sorry. A little off color. Sorry. Just it was an interesting moment for me in my life. My mother and I, you know, laugh about that later in life, just like how what she thinks is helpful advice can go bad, you know, really bad. Well, you know, it was a sweet thing to say. It's where the angel kissed you. Not realizing I was traumatized a few years later. I have no idea why I thought of that story right now. I thought that story. We are Formula One people. Let's keep that going. We're Formula One. We are so badass traders. Nobody can trade like we trade. No one. All right, so I'm looking to go short again, but I want a little higher up here. Oh, or not. Again, this is doing some really good channeling. It's just taking a long time, but it is green. So between the two stocks, it's like, you know, over 100. I think we had one, and I had a $10 win too. So I think we're over 100. But boy, is it taking a while, huh? So normally I would be way higher share size on a way bigger stock, but we're doing this for now.
Earlier report that OPEC Plus will consider an oil production hike.
Looking to go short up here, guys. Looking to go short. Spread's not too bad. That's 65. I'm going to do it. What did it get me at? 63? Okay. So I'm looking for a retracement. I'm not going to get greedy, though. Just a small amount. Something like that. Give me $8, $9. Well, had me for a second. Holding my position here. It's at 54. Looking for it to fade still off that fib. Here it comes. There's a bunch of people ahead of me, but it's going to get us. There's a lot of strength coming up to go down right here. So watch for a pop in about 2 seconds. 1, 2. Thank you. So now do we go long again? You didn't really want to go for much more money, as you can see, because it was stopping at this level. You know, it poked for a second, and that's why it was. I could see it was going to pick us up, but it's showing that it wants to break here. It's making a flat top. If you go back further, you can see it's like that fib. You know, it's yeah, there it goes. That's why I worry a little bit about continuing to go short here. We need a new level, like 102 would be an area to take it short again. Is there any new news here? Nope. No reason for this to continue to go up. I mean, like a big move or anything. So we could still get some retracement. A lot more room to go down than to go up, right? This is now thin oxygen, so people take profit and it, you know, goes down a little bit. So that's why you look for these retracements. But going up, it's like we're at its high. You'd want to go up when it's down here, when people are losing faith and going short, and you go back up. It's just that simple, really. And then you look at the indicators, and you look at the targets, and you know, your Scout Meter Pro. You keep looking at the news, and just overall, like what's happening. And you can't be right all the time, even with all that. But you really can zero in on making some decent money. I mean, there's enough volume here to go 500 shares and not worry about being picked up if you wanted to take the chance. I mean, you could do it on the right, so you can get 100,000 if you've got 25,000 made to PD. You can almost go 1,000 shares, so you could easily do it. It's just, you know, what is your risk level? You slowly build it up, and then suddenly you're $300, $500, $1,000 a day. I remember my goal years ago when I started scalping was just $1,000 a day, and it seemed insurmountable. And then I changed it to $5,000 a day, and and I could make that. And everybody else was saying you should go $25,000 a day. You know, you can only push the market so far, but that's when we got into alternative routing to make sure we got filled. But then you get slippage, like crazy slippage, because the market maker wants to make money on you, you know. We've got a pretty long stream going here for you dedicated folks. I see that it's staying pretty consistent, so I'm staying on for you. Once I see it start to dwindle, I might bug out, but I'm okay trading a little bit. Charlie, by the way, is trading along with us, so you can wave to Charlie. All right, we're looking for the 102 to get out, to go short, I mean. We're not in to get out. I want to go short up here. 102.53 is the fib, a little higher up. You have the 50-day moving average. You have a bunch of resistance points if we pick it wrong. But you can see how the buyers they're fading. You know, the oxygen's thin up here. So it's a pretty good, yeah, there we go. It's a pretty good time to go short. It should be anyway. So I got it at 98. And we're not going to go for a big move. We're going to go for a little move, like 10, 12 bucks, somewhere in there. So 88, it's supposed to get down there for us. It's very close. That was a bad thing to see, but we'll watch for it to swell back down. Looking for 88. I'm watching that thinking I want to get out sooner than that, so we'll leave that for a second. Here it comes. So we'll count it at 3. 1, 2, and 3. Sell. There it goes. Now 5 and 7 and 10. Oh, it just stalled. Here it comes. Come on, look at it swale. Oh, that was the wrong swale. All right, so it hit that like a wall. 102. It hit it like a wall. Boom. Bloody noses. People passing out. You're falling off. We're down here to catch you at 88. We're going to catch you down here. All right, I'm going to get out of that right there and get ready to just sell market as it as it makes its move. This spread is so tight that I could have got out like 5 times already. There we go. So that was even better. Oh, what did I do? Oh my God. I was going short. I forgot what I was doing. I'm at 85. I'll take that. That ended up being a decent trade, right? I think so. I can't remember what I got there. But I messed up thinking I was going long. Anyway, got to get my head back in the game. So, yeah, it really did reject off that 102. Kind of like to see it come down here. We called it right. Took a minute. I can't remember if that was it. I can't remember what I had a minute ago. I'm hoping I didn't mess up by adding to my position there the way I did. So the 50 moving average is absolutely a rejection point. Anywhere near 35 cents, I am going to short it again. A lot of people are watching that level, guys. Might pop it, but it's going to come back at that 50. That's a safe spot to go short, in my opinion. Do your own due diligence, but it's not even going to make it. It's too scared to get up there. All right. Even dollar to ride it back up. Looking for anything at the even dollar to ride it back up. Has not really rejected off the 50 yet, so it's still going to try to get up there.
For the session following those Jules job openings numbers at 10 o'clock. The U.S. dollar and Treasury yields pulling back following that data.
Don't like when he comes across the wires with stories like that because it makes everything go short. So, unless I'm already in a short position. So, yeah, I almost bought it there, guys. It was that news ticker story that scared me. Okay, so let's shoot again toward the 35. All right, I got it at 99. Thinking it's not going to break through there yet. It's going to come back up here. That time I was going long. I double checked to make sure. Yeah. So I took it off the 102. I got it 199, I think, or 99. Yeah, 101.99. Okay, so again, hit 27. We're looking for the 35 to really feel good about shorting because it is sort of moving up. So we want a retracement that it makes sense. There's 27. On the market maker, it only hit 23. It hit 25 on the market maker, 10 cents off where I want it to be. Pushed a new high here. Looking to short up there at 35, 102.35 area, or, you know, within a penny or so of that. There it goes. People will jump out before it hits that because that's such a respect. That's a day level on a 1 minute chart, 50 moving average day. So they want to catch the trade because they anticipate a lot of people will jump in, so they'll get in early. So that's why you see it keep fading. 32, 31 on the market maker. Wow, there it goes. I'm going to try that. What did I get that at? 32. So could break it. We want to, you know, make our move fairly quick. I'll take that. What was it? Oh, did that slip my entire amount away? I don't know. I thought I was $70-something before. Okay. So let's look into buying near the 102 again. It is rejecting off that 50. Let's just make sure it doesn't reject real hard, so be careful. You can see the buyers went way down as it kind of tried to break that 50.
Now halted on a circuit breaker.
Momentum traders are having fun with halts over there. All those guys are on the floor below me. They're not on this floor. It gets to be too loud because they're fairly boisterous. We're the calm traders up here. I don't know if you saw, if you remember, it was last month, I had like meditative music on, and then okay, let's see if it's going to get up here at the 135. And then I put the YouTube video out and it had the music in the background, and then they started charging me because I used their music. I'm like, seriously? People really listen to that, like, and they know? It's like, whatever. But YouTube, because it was like under spa on my Spotify, you know. But I guess YouTube algorithms pick it up. All right, so we're going to sell up here, guys, again. I'm just wanting to make sure it doesn't go seriously strong past the, because it does want to break that 50 now. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get in there. 34, not where I wanted it, but it's just a few cents off of where I wanted it. One short, looking for it to retrace back down. Not a lot, tiny bit of money. We're just going for a tiny bit of money here because the way it's moving, it's not making big moves, so. Watch the level 2. See if we get an indicator to help us here. Nothing really. Still targets much higher going up, so we have to be careful here. It is holding this 50, which is slightly concerning that it's going to pop upward. Unless you're going long, then you're not concerned at all. $0.04 out of my position on the market maker. We need a fade below the 50. Come on, break that blue line there, guys. Nope, it went the wrong way. That's not what I wanted to see. All right, so we got a fib, we got a new high. I was toying with just gonna get out. I think I got out for like $1.50. I don't trust it. I think it's going up, so it looks like I could have got a little more money out of that. Oh well, I waited. I got gun shy on it. I kind of like trading this though because it is fairly predictable. That last little splurge and this little push upward, I should have assumed it would make. What I wasn't sure is if it would come back and hold it. That's what I wasn't sure. So closer we get to 102, the closer I want to go long. Just take a look at this to make sure we're not making a mistake here. Volume picked up.
BTC resumed trade, now pulling back here a little bit. Alpha Bravo Tango Charlie.
It's not going to the 102, guys. It's going right back up. There goes 102.17. Wow, look how slow it goes. Huh? It's going really slow here. Yeah, volume dropped below 100K here now, so.
Up over 90% for the session.
Reversal sign going up. It's going up now. Here it goes. Can it break back through the 50? This is a resistance every time it comes to it, you know, which is 102.35. It's at 30. It was at 33 on the ask. Here it comes, nice and slow here. I keep looking up here to see. Nvidia's going back up now. Palantir's up $3. Well, we might want to look at that one. Roku went back down from its merger, so I'm glad we got out of that with a profit. Not Roku, I mean Reddit. Reddit, right? Unless, no, I'm reading the wrong thing there. That's not Reddit. We'll go back to that in a minute. Let me just see. That had such a terrible split, though. So I think we made our 150 at least, if you're following along with me. There we go. This is looking more choice to go long here. Hoping for a little bit more of a dip. That's a 21 here. See, it's like, don't look at the bid. You got to look at what they're going to give me if I go market. Still 21 even when that said 15. So that would have been a 6-cent. You know, you tend to look here thinking that's what you'll get it at. But, yeah, we already would have made money on that trade if we'd just gotten in it.
HIMS, ticker HIMS, pulling back slightly, but up just under 8% for the session. Not seeing any specific news for the stock. Ticker HIMS.
I'm looking at the watch list again for a second, guys, just to see. I had HIMS up earlier. Here's what the new scanner setting. Oh, I can't show you. That's right. For some reason, it won't let me go over the screen. There's some kind of weird lock going on here. Oh, I'm reading the ticker. Yes, I lived in Disney World for 6 months. Craziness, right? I decided I really loved Disney World and I didn't care about spending money. And I spent a lot of money going to every single hotel. I bought a year's pass, like the unlimited thing. Back then they had those. I don't know if they still have that stuff. Did every friggin' thing. Stayed in each and every hotel that was on the property for a period of days until I was tired of Disney World. It took a while. Ate in all the restaurants and, you know, gained weight. I wasn't working at all. I just did a 6-month vacation at Disney World. It started to get a little too vanilla after a while. But back then they had that restaurant. What was that called? Because they had just started the whole Adults Island or whatever. And they had that restaurant where you'd bring the drinks out and there'd be sparklers in your drinks. And I thought that was the coolest thing, that literally a drink, alcoholic beverage, and it had sparklers in it. And then I read, like, 3 or 4 years later that it lit someone's hair on fire and then the whole place got... Anyway, they banned the sparkler drinks. Some guy had to ruin it with greasy hair. Literally was a recipe for a disaster, though, wasn't it? Yeah, they had Cirque du Soleil there performing and everything. It was really cool. But as with anything, you can get tired of it. Yeah, I'm waiting for certain levels here. It looked like when I was first talking a second ago, it got really close to 102, and I missed it. That would have been a good trade. I missed that level there. I don't know if that was actually real or that's a shadow wick, but the 102 I would take. It is pulling back a bit. Looking for the 102 on the market maker. Not on the bid. Wow, it's just really slowing down, guys. Maybe we should try. I'm gonna look for something else. Is everybody still with me? Well, it's about the same number. I think there's rotation, so I'll stay a little longer. And I know Charlie wants to make more than 150, so let's see, get her to make her money. What was the one that had gone up a whole distance? Oh, Palantir. Let's take a look at this one. Yeah, it's gone up today. There's our, it hit its half ATR. Wow, it actually made a channel between the ATRs. That's a big channel, man. That's a $7 channel there. So let's take a look here. see if we get some. How old is this historical data? I should have done that before I did that. Okay, so that's intraday. That's worthless. This one, that's kind of something. This is nothing. That's definitely something. I mean, it could be definitely something. We're way up here though, so
report that the company will cut its workforce by 20 to 25% by the end of 2026.
I mean, we're way up here in price action, so I was just trying to find something that was near us that may be respected. This one hit across the whole day there, but it didn't quite pick it up again, so I don't know. Grain of salt, guys. Grain of salt with these, but let's see where they ended up. Made a nice channel between the ATR and that level there, which is number 9, moving average number 9 is right there. Okay, that was a pretty strong peak, pretty strong rejection. So that's no joke there. And it did respect it, so let's get a look at the news real quick. We're on a new stock here, guys, Palantir. Let me look at the distance. So this target's decent, 14 long, 19 short. And we're near its high is 161.15. We're right near it. 100 shares is a bit, could be a bit risky for this stock. So let's try to keep our money if you're trading the same share size. We're okay going up slow. You could lose $100 in a split second with this price action. So be careful here. 1 minute it went from 86 cents down to, well, that's only 40 cents. That would have been $40 in one candle if you caught it the wrong way, But you would not have gone long right there. So this is looking interesting to go short off the 161, but we know it went another 15 cents above, but still, if you see 161 here, it looks like it's going to hit it. I think I'll go short off that level, looking for a retracement. I got 98 on the market maker. I needed to break it. I'd like to break it a little bit above it, frankly, to do it. There's the even $5. I'll try that. I got it at 09. So it's a bit risky for sure. So I'm short, looking for it to drop back below that level. I've got it at 09. Wow, what's going on with Bitcoin? That's the one that's been halting? My God. It's hard to believe. Holding even on the... There it went. Well, that was not. I thought it was going to swale down when I sold, but it didn't. So that was an $8 trade. I'm glad I got out of it right there, though. Well, I had it at 09, so it hasn't even come back to my position. So seems like it wants to make a move to make a new high up here. Let's see. Anywhere on a new high, we'll go short. Hits that ATR hard. Oh, look at the market magnet come in. Where's the magnet? Is that below it? Oh, popped up. It's going to go up, guys. So that magnet says it's going to go up. So let's look at the drawdown. I'm going to go ahead and get in there and go for a long there. I got it at 91. So we're looking for it to go up based on the previous buyers and where the liquidity is lying. Could be wrong. Support and resistance, you could call it either way. But... So I got it at 91. Let's get it back up to 161. It should takes a minute sometimes for that to move. So let's watch it for a second. Really slow, so it's concerning me. Yeah. Gonna reject off that it should go up still. I'm holding faith that it's going to go up off that magnet move. Another red candle wasn't good, but sellers went down there, so that's good. Here we go. Let's get back up to 161 and a little beyond. We only have 50 shares if you stayed with my share size. So we have very, very little danger here on this stock. Okay, people are fading out, so I'm not going to trade too much longer, guys. I'm just going to be looking. I want to look for some big players here. This is just, I thought this was moving, but this is just like grinding right here. I went in off that magnet and it wasn't enough. And now we're on red on this stock, so it broke the 9 and the 14. It's at the 20. We're at 56, so I don't know how long I want to ride this down. We lost our cushion. Nothing new to make this go down. We just have the support and resistance and the indicator, so it's bouncing below the ATR. I really thought it was going to pop on it and go straight up into here. So I'm a little surprised that it didn't based on the data on the screen. It looked like it was going to do that. So volume surpassed as it was going up here, so it could be getting that move now, just a tick behind us here. Pop up to the 61. Let's go. We've been waiting. We've been waiting patiently. We have faith in you. Break that ATR. That's 86. You can break the 86, and then you just got extra rocket fuel to send you into the heights. All the way 9 cents up. 161 is really only 9 cents from our position. Come on, break the 86, guys. Come on. You can do it. Break through the ATR. That's the RV strategy level right there. There's a lot of people trade that. But I don't know how many RV traders are trading this slow of a moving stock right now. So, oh my God, we could watch paint dry. Let's do something. There it goes. Past my position for a split second. Let's get up there. There is nothing stopping you. Quit acting like you're getting a nosebleed. Just go. Everybody's calling you in there. Go into the light. Go into the light up here. No, that's not the...
Reporting that Trump plans to block a wind farm off the coast of Massachusetts.
Oh my God. Trump. Blocking wind farms off the coasts of Massachusetts. What a great move, Mr. Prez. No, it broke the 20. I'm going to get out of this move quick if it doesn't do. So it's literally, it's riding on the ATR, which is just below my position. So it's not allowing me to get out except for like $1, you know, and I didn't take that move. So I'm getting ready just to get out of this move because it's not doing what I needed to do here. It's just consolidating with no volume at this level. So we're just going to get out here in just a second if it doesn't show me some love here. Yeah, I'm just going to get out. So $9 down on that stock, unfortunately. Let's see what we did on everything else. So Reddit, we got 75. So we have 64 bucks then. Palantir's the one we're $9 down on, right? Yeah, okay. And then NVIDIA, Nothing. I didn't do NVIDIA. Did we do Marvel? I can't remember. No, we didn't do Marvel. I think we did Hood is where most of the other money is. So that's 80. So that's 140. Was that the last one? Yeah, I don't think we traded these, right? Did we trade Apple? Oh, well, we lost money on Apple. Oh, that was the first trade this morning. Ugh. So we only have like $130. Ugh. How about Baba? Did we do Baba? No. I can't remember what all the trades were here. We jumped around, but anyway, I'll be getting this back up to at least 150, Charlie. So we can keep our. But I'm not going to do it now because I'm fading fast. I'm fading like that stock was fading. Okay, guys, listen. Thanks for watching. I hope you've made some money this morning, and I'm hoping to get that scanner working for you, so we can get these better movers quicker, so we're not shopping around so much. Okay. All right, guys, be careful out there and go green, and I will hopefully see you tomorrow.